Hi, good morning, and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining our session today. My name is Samantha Diraj, and I'm the Territory Manager at Nexus. I'm based here in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm joined by my colleagues, Tamara Swabi. She's our Microsoft Product Manager based in Jamaica, and our Territory Manager at Jamaica, Shadi Campbell-Rowan. Today, we're going to review the Microsoft New Commerce Experience, and I know you guys have been hearing a lot about it. You're curious as to what changes are going to occur, what's the timeline for moving from legacy CSP to new commerce, and we're going to address all your questions and concerns today. We do encourage you to utilize the Q&A section. Our monitors will be monitoring and addressing all your questions. Please note that the Q&A is available. The session will be recorded and shared on demand via our YouTube channel. We will send an email with all details after this session. Also, please note that Nexus is here to support you on your journey, and for any questions you may have, please feel free to reach out to any member of our team. We're eager to support. Thank you and have a wonderful day. I pass you to Juan, who would introduce our presenter.
Thank you so much, Samantha. Welcome, everyone. For us, it's really a pleasure to have you here. We hope, as Sam mentioned, that you enjoy a lot of the knowledge from our specialists. Let me introduce Abelardo Sa. He is Commercial License Manager for all Latin America at Microsoft. He has more than 15 years of experience in sales and marketing in the IT industry. And of course, today he will be presenting all the news and the upcoming changes in this new commercial experience model from Microsoft. So welcome, Abelardo. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Juan. How are you? Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure always to talk to Nexus and the partners in the Caribbean. As you said, we want to have this session a very interactive one with our sellers. And we want to talk about the new commerce experience and all the changes that are happening on our cloud solution provider program. So please feel free to send your question. Hopefully you have seen some of the material already, so you can come out with your doubts, how this is going to impact your business and how you have to transform in the upcoming month. So we have in the agenda the per-seat based. I am going to start sharing my screen. The per-seat based offers, okay? In the new commerce. This is the latest step in our journey, okay? And we want you to know the key characteristic and the key changes, so you are ready to do it, okay? So we started this journey back in 2019, 3 years ago, when we introduced Azure Plan, software as a server subscription. Then in the same year, we had Azure Reserve Instance and the marketplace. It was a big transformation because we were doing not just on the front end, but also on the back end of your system. So we were moving from the legacy CSP to this new platform. So we started 3 years ago, and you have been part of this transformation, moving from the Azure subscription to the Azure Plan. Nowadays, we are already at 80–90% of the mix of Azure in CSP. It is already on the new platform. Then last year we introduced the CSP perpetual software. It was also a big launch because we were retiring open license, which was a program of 20-year plus with us. So it wasn't easy, right? So to move all this business to CSP Perpetual. So now you can, in the same program, under the same contract, to serve your customer with a hybrid solution, with a hybrid proposal, with the software on-prem and also, of course, cloud. And finally, this year, it is our next milestone, which is the per seat based offer, which are Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, Office 365, and Power Platform. This is the biggest size of the revenue, so we are very excited to move this workloads to this new platform. Okay, so we're gonna keep investing, we're gonna keep transforming, and we're gonna keep improving our CSP. So today, let's focus on this step. Okay, and my goal is to give you the 5 biggest changes, so you can remember and you can know what to do. Okay, so let me focus on the key changes. Number 1, we are going to start with a new invoice policy. Number 2, we are going to have a new monthly offer. Number 3, we are going to have a new cancellation policy in place. And number 4, we are going to introduce some promotions for the early adoption. And finally, number 5, there are some key dates that I want you to keep in mind. Okay, so let's get into the details of each one of these changes. Let's start with number 1. As we roll out the newcomers, it comes with a new billing platform as well. So before, in the legacy, you were used to each one of you had a specific date where you were invoiced. Now on the new commerce billing platform, we are aligning all the services to the same date. We have aligned already Azure reservation, marketplace, server subscription, the perpetual software. Everything is aligned, and the invoice is issued around the 8th of every month. Okay, so whatever it is consumed in a calendar month, we issue the invoice the following month. In this case, we do it to Nexus, and then Nexus will do it to you. Okay, so we are going to have this set of product as part of this alignment. Okay, so finally we are going to have everything all together and aligned. Okay, let's move to the number 2, the new monthly offer. And before I get into the detail of the monthly offer, it is necessary to remember what we had and what are we going to have in the future. Okay, and let's do it making a differentiation in two terms. Okay, one is the subscription term, and the other is billing option. People sometimes get confused and they think that it is the same thing, but they are two different definitions that we need to separate from each other. So subscription term is basically it is how my contract it is going to last, right? For how long I had to make the commitment. So in the case of the legacy CSP per seat, we had a 1 year and 3 year term. Okay, the 3 year term was only for Dynamics 365 product. Okay, so every CSP subscription had at least 1 year commitment. Okay, today we are going to introduce a new one. We're going to have a 1 month, 1 year, and 3 year. And the 3 year, we are going to expand it with Microsoft 365. Okay. So we are having a 1 month subscription term. On the billing option side, before we had a monthly and an annual invoicing. Okay. So customer can choose either to have a prepay and just one annual invoice, or to have a monthly one. Okay, in arrears every month. What we're going to introduce as part of the newcomers is we're going to keep monthly, annual, and we're going to introduce the upfront 3 years, just in case the customer would like to pay the 3 year in advance. Okay, so having this in mind and clear is when we can start giving you the characteristic of each one of the offer. Okay, we're going to have 3 offers available for you. We're going to have 1 month subscription, which will enable customer to change the number of license every month. So customer can fluctuate and they can go up and down every month. The contract, it is gonna last for 30 days, right? And this is gonna be a little bit more expensive, 20% more than the 12-month subscription. The less of the commitment, the higher the price. Okay, so it is gonna come with a premium of 20% more expensive. The price protection is only for 1 month, and the billing option is monthly. Then we have the 12-month subscription. The 12-month subscription, customer can only increase quantities. Okay, meaning that if we start the subscription with 10 license, I can only go to 11, 12, 13. I cannot go during those 12 months to 8 or 5. Okay, so I can only increase. The price will be same as we had before. Okay, so same as we have on the previous 12 months. So we are not having any price increase here, and the price protection will be for the 12 months. So it is very similar to what we have today. Billing option are 2, monthly and upfront, and 36 months subscription. Similarly, you can only increase quantity. It is going to be the same price as 12 months, and the customer is going to have a price lock for 36 months. Billing option are 3, monthly, annual, and upfront. Customer can mix and or combine for the same SKU, 1 month subscription and a 12-month subscription. It might be the case where you have a customer that they would like to fluctuate, but they have a solid baseline. So if you have a customer with a solid baseline of, let's say, 50 users, and then they have a quantity above 50 that can go up and down depending of the season. So you can mix the 12-month subscription with a 1 month subscription. Okay, so you can. It's not necessary to go all in with one of them. Okay. Our recommendation here is to making sure that you you always ask to Nexus about the price list, about the CSP metrics, so you know which offer is available in what offer. Okay, there might be some products that are only available in one or either two or three of the offer. Okay, so always ask Nexus for their help. Okay, let's move to the number 3, the 12-month cancellation policy. This one is also very important because we are enforcing for the first time a cancellation policy. We didn't have it in the past. So customer can actually cancel their subscription at the middle of the 1 year, okay, and without any penalty, any fees. Now, with newcomers, they are not gonna do that anymore. They are not gonna be allowed to do a cancellation in the middle of the 12th year, unless they want to lose the money, basically, right? So what we are going to have is a 3 days or 72 hours window to cancel their subscription after it is placed. After that, we are not going to be able to cancel the subscription. And if you are doing let's say a 12-month monthly payment, you are going to keep receiving the monthly payment or the monthly invoice for the rest of the subscription. Okay. If you prepay the 12-month subscription, there is not going to be any refund for you. Okay. If you do it after the 72-hour window. So, and by the way, this includes holidays, and that the 72-hour window includes holidays and weekends. Okay, so please pay attention to this. Okay, there are new functionalities like auto renew, cancellation, and pause that you can use it on Partner Center or through this or through Nexus. Okay, auto renew, you can either ask for to have your subscription on or off the auto renew functionality. Okay, the cancellation, I just talk about it. It is very important. You only have 72 hours. Okay, so please be cautious of this. And the pause functionality is that you can limit the access to your customer through selecting the pause functionality, and the customer is not going to be able to use basically the technology. This might be useful in some situation. Maybe if any customer is not getting any response from you, so you can pause the service and get their attention. Okay. Promotion number 4. We are having 2 promotion for early adopter. One promotion is for the annual offer, and the other is for the monthly offer. For the annual offer, we are providing a 5% discount before the end of March. Okay. For the annual offer, we are providing 20% discount until the end of June. So please be wise to use it. So they are there for you. Again, 2 promotion, one for annual and the other for monthly offer. Annual 5%, monthly, it is a 20% discount. There are limited, or it is a cap of 2,400 users, okay? And some key dates that are important. That's number 5. I want to start with a reminder of a price increase that we are going to have next month for 6 SKU of modern workplace. There are only 6 SKU impacted by the price increase, but those are very useful, and there are 6 of the most exact SKU that we sell in the market. So pay attention to that, because it is approximately a 20% price increase on those 6 SKU. And it is happening in the middle of the launch of newcomers. Some partners are taking advantage, and they are trying to pull forward some deals and lock in the price before the modern workplace price increase. Which means if you close a deal today with Nexus in February, it is for an annual offer, you bypass the price increase in modern workplace for the next renewal. Okay, so because remember, when you are locking the price, if Microsoft announce a price increase in the middle, it is not impacting you until the renewal, okay, for those products that were protected, okay? So you can take advantage of February and see if you can lock some customer with their prices until February of 23. Here you can also see the annual offer that are running from January to end of March. Monthly offer, it is running from January to end of June. And then we are going to have 2, let's call it like a deadline, okay, for adopting the newcomers. Right now, it is basically up to you, up to the customer to place the order either on newcomers or in the legacy. But starting March 10 for net new customer, it is going to be mandatory on the newcomers. For net new customers, it is going to be mandatory after March 10. For renewal customer, it is going to be mandatory after June 30. So in July 1st, every renewal, it is going to be on newcomers by default, okay? That is not going to be a transition period anymore. So take into consideration those 2 dates, so you know that you might have an option or not. And lastly, incentive in legacy, we extended until the end of December, okay? So if you're gonna keep doing business on legacy in CSP for those offers of seat-based offers, you are gonna get incentive until December. Then it is going to be incentive only for newcomers. All right. So I am gonna leave you also this slide here where you can see, like as an example, how the promo and the price increase of modern workplace are gonna be treated. Okay, so just as an example, this is like a sample SKU with a $10 per month. This is very hypothetically, okay? So let's let's have three options. One is the annual term in existing CSP or legacy. The second option, second line is newcomers annual term, and the third one is newcomer monthly term. Okay. So we started newcomers in a technical preview back in October until January 10. So for this SKU at $10 per month, in this example will be annual term in legacy $10, newcomers annual term $10, newcomers monthly term $12, just for the sake of this exercise. Okay. After general availability in January 10 until the end of February, same SKU. Okay, remember that in general availability we start with the promo. Same SKU, the price will be 10 for the annual term in legacy, 9.5 because we are applying the 5% discount to newcomers annual term, and newcomers monthly term at 10 because we are applying the 20% discount. Okay, then in March 1st until March 31st, okay? Here, remember that it is when the price increase of 6 SKUs in Modern Workplace are going to start, okay? So let's imagine that you are placing an order with those SKUs. So it is gonna be annual term in existing CSP $10 plus the price increase if you are using any of those 6 SKUs. If you are doing a Dynamic 365 business, there is no price increase at all, right? But let's imagine that you are using any of those 6 SKUs. So it will be 10 plus 20%, let's call it 12, right? Newcomers annual term will be 9.5 plus the hypothetically 20% price increase. So it will be around 11.5, something like that, right? And the monthly term will be 10 plus the 20% of that product. Then after April, we finish with the newcomers annual term. Okay, so this is going to expire at the end of March. Therefore, in April, it is going to be 10 plus the price increase 10 because the promotion has expired plus the price increase, and 10 plus the price increase. After July, okay, the first line, it is not available anymore. The second line will keep at 10 plus the price increase, and since we finish with the promotion on the monthly term in July, it's going to be 12 plus the price increase, just in the case that we are using any of those 6 SKUs. So in fiscal year 23, which for us begins in July, it is going to be like this for those 6 products, okay? All right, so we are going to leave you with tons of resources that are going to help you during this time. I recommend the operating guide. So this is a guide that you can take a look and read all the feature and all the cool things that are here for you. There are some videos and some materials also in this link. And we do have some community calls every month with the operation team. And we go through CSP fundamental as well. And this is what I had today, pretty much. So I am going to open up the mic for you or see if there are some questions, Juan, in the chat. Let's see if we can tackle them.
Thank you, Abelardo. It was a really wonderful presentation. Yeah, do we have some questions? For example, are there any changes to pricing for education and consumer products?
No. For 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 education, no. So we're gonna have, this is only for commercial. Uh, for commercial, what we are doing is to wait and see when we are going to include academic, because in the case of government, there is no special treatment in CSP. Okay, so for academic, there is no changes at this moment.
Okay, all right. So we have here some more questions. For example, what products are the exceptions for the promotion in the monthly term promotions?
Okay, I will find the 6 SKUs for the modern workplace price increase, and I will share with you. Okay, there are 2 business SKU and 4 enterprise SKU. I will share that with you in a moment. Okay.
Okay.
What else, Juan?
Let's see. Can you review the Can you review the enforcement of the no cancellation policy?
What exactly do you mean with review? Because it is going to be very straightforward at the beginning. Okay, basically, 3 days, 72 hours. We are going to set a few exceptions only that, but it has to be a very strong exception in order to avoid that let's say in the after the 32 hours, 72 hours, something happened and partner want to cancel the subscription. We're going to accept a few exceptions, but it is going to be a very strong policy from our side.
Okay, understood. We have other questions here from the audience. Can you explain the new monthly subscription options? What benefits are there for the end customers?
Yes. The benefit will be that the customer, if they want to have flexibility, they can find it in the monthly one. Okay, they can go up and down every month. So they might start with 100 and maybe next month they go down to 80. So then next month they go up to 120 and then to 50. So if they want to have that level of flexibility where you don't make the commitment, right? And you don't have you don't care about the price lock. What you want to do is to set a relationship every 30 days, right? That will be a good option for you. Okay. But of course, that will come up with a price. Okay. And according to our number, because we have numbers from December, January, and now from February, the monthly offer is like an exception, right? So it is not the default motion. Partner are always trying to go with the 1 year commitment, but there are some cases where maybe the customer don't want to have a longer relationship than 30 days, so that would be a great one. According to our numbers, it has been applied only 10% of the business, 8 to 10%. Okay, so but maybe those customers actually see the value of fluctuating, right, and see some changes in the user. But in the long term, most of our customers actually grow and they don't cancel the subscription before the year, okay? So we see that in our majority of our customers are going to have a commitment at least for 12 months.
Okay, thank you. Before we keep going, I would like to thank all the audience because we have received a lot of questions here. So we will continue with some of them. For example, can you share some insight on Azure in the new commerce experience?
Yes, that is what we call Azure Plan. Okay, good question. Azure Plan is also on this journey. As I said at the beginning, we are almost there. We are almost completed. We are at 90% when we see the mix of legacy Azure Plan. And the next phase is phase number 3, which is in June. Okay. So phase number 2 was in February, in this February. Phase number 2 means that that 10% that is still on the legacy, you as a partner, unfortunately, are not going to receive any more incentive nor margin. Okay. So that is phase number 2. And phase number 3 is that if you don't move it by the end of June to Azure Plan, Microsoft is going to do it on behalf of you. Okay. So we are there. I mean, we have to move the remaining of this 10%, right? But it is not as big as so for us that it might be a risk, right? So we are very happy to just have this small number of 10%, and we are confident that we are gonna have it by before June, the 100% migration to Azure Plan. There are some benefits for the partner. We are going to allow migration from partner to partner, from program to program. We have the Azure Cost Management, and we have some new products that are only available on Azure Plan. Okay, so that is good for you. Of course, you need to make sure that you own the administration of the tenant. Otherwise, if you lose it, then you might also, if you are being removed, and then you might be affected on the margin and on the incentive. Okay, so but by default, you always own the administration, and you are the one that can create some services and have full management. But there are some customers that actually request to have some certain types of privilege. But if you do it and then he remove you, you might be in a situation where you might lose the incentive. But it is, or in a situation where they can create some workloads, they can create some reserve instance, and for Microsoft, you are the end responsible of this, right? So we are going to always invoice you, regardless of who create the solution, you or the customer.
Of course. And regarding those dates, for example, we have another question here. If a customer signs up today, which is February 23rd, when will their agreement start?
If they start today, yes, I mean, it will be the date where they actually started, right? That is the initial date is one thing. The invoice is something else. Okay, so The expiration should be aligned with the same day that you start your subscription. Okay. The invoice of all the subscription in a period of month, that is something else. Okay, that is something else that we with Nexus, since they have a direct billing with us, we are going to invoice whatever happened in February in March, right? And Nexus will do something similar to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Abelardo. And last, we have some other question here regarding Azure. You no longer need a separate order per Azure subscription then?
Separate order. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it was regarding the thing that you were explaining in the question before about the subscriptions in Azure. I don't know, Sam, if you have a little help here with that question.
Okay.
Okay, meanwhile, we can have like a better insight of that question. We have another one here, Abelardo. Can we have multiple Azure subscription in Azure plan and no longer need to submit a separate order? I think that's what they mean.
Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can have it.
Okay, thank you. Great. Now I'll hand over to Samantha.
Hi, thank you, Juan. Thank you so much, Abelardo. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here this morning with our Nexus team. Thank you so much for shedding light on the newcomers experience. I see by the list of questions you received, our partners are quite interested. And again, we just want to reiterate that the new Microsoft Commerce experience, your friends here at Nexus, we're here to help and walk you through. We have the support from Microsoft. Abelardo gave us his time this morning. If you need any other additional information, we will be sending it across after this session. You can reach out to us and we will share all materials that were reviewed today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Tamara, our product manager, myself, Samantha in TT, Shadi in Jamaica, Juan or Mark in coordinator, or anyone of our Nexus team. Again, we wish you a wonderful and safe day, and thank you so much for joining. All questions and the live on-demand video will be shared after this session, so please look out for it. And if you have any questions and need to get in contact with us, you can always reach us via email or call. With that being said, thank you again for your time, and thank you so much again, Abelardo. Much appreciated.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day.
We live in the digital era where business is no longer as usual. In this time of intense change, fast is first, and opportunities are everywhere for those who seize it to create new value, new capabilities, and new partnerships. From idea to design and production, through marketing and beyond, it's a time of unprecedented disruption where digital is business. Imagine if you could anticipate and predict your customers' needs so well that you ship the order seconds before the demand comes in. Imagine if you can deliver personalized experiences at a fraction of the cost it takes you to build mass products today. Imagine if you raise the quality of your customer service to new heights and scale to meet peak demand without adding staff. Imagine if you combine the power of machine learning and the wisdom of crowdsourcing to create an entirely new market. We believe in what people make possible. To succeed in the digital era, organizations work with Microsoft Digital Advisors. Together, we reimagine and transform. Together, we design a program of change to build your digital business. Together, we capture the value of the digital era. Partner with Microsoft today.